Hi everyone, thank you for coming to Pearl's Tarot, and we'll be doing a pick a card reading, and it's about who or what were you in your past life. You find out what kind of person you are and what kind of career path you were in your past life. You can choose which one that catches your eyes or words that catches your eyes. The first one is chaos and conflicts, happy, happy, breathe, here and now, serendipity, higher power, come to the edge, not for you. And just remember that this is for entertainment only. And if you want a full reading, you could book a reading at pearlstarot.com. And also remember that this may or may not resonate with you because this is general, okay? So just remember your card and let's get started. The first one I'll talk about is for people who chose chaos and conflicts. For people who chose chaos and conflicts, things feels like everything is falling apart. And your past life seems like you had to work really hard in order for you to get what you want. Some people were a pioneer. They have a lot of passion in what they do. They love to create new ideas and projects. They love to do things that they have never done before. They're really smart, intelligent. Some other people were victim. You feel like you were a victim. And being a victim, it helped you, prevent you from letting yourself be victimized and victimizing others. Some other people are child. Probably they never grow up. They just act like a child. And they're really magical. Like you're just like a sweet child. Seeing the potential for sacred beauty in all things. The belief that everything is possible. Like you have a mindset that you think that everything is possible, and that's great. Like always have that magical child within yourself. And other people were servant. You have a duty to do things. You probably were a server, a servant in your past life. You serve others with a free, loving heart. You're so happy and you love doing what you do. The next card will be on happy, happy, and breathe. People who picked this card, happy, happy, breathe, you guys are like so happy and always carrying balloons and probably love to listen to birds and just enjoying the lovely weather outside. And you also love to meditate or just relax and breathe. People in your past life, you guys were a healer. You have a passion to serve others by repairing the mind, body, and spirit. You have the ability to help transform pain into healing. You guys are like a healer, a shaman, or have some really great skills and abilities within you. And these people that are healers are gifted. You guys are so gifted in what you do. You could be like a medicine person as well, or a doctor, a nurse, or anything that relating with healing. Other people are companion. It means, you are really loyal and you're never selfish. You have a really kind, loving heart and you love being around with others. And probably in your past life, you were probably like an entertainer or just like a really social person. The next card, you guys are like a warrior. In your past life, you were, you have like lots of strengths and skills. You're well disciplined. You're really tough. Like, you have like a toughness of will. You sacrifice yourself. Also, you're like a leader and you are like a general or a captain. You probably went to war and you won many battles. Last one, some of you guys were a martyr in your past life. You have a lot of courage and you go so far as to die for a cause. You suffer that others may be redeemed either spiritually or politically. You learn to transcend nature of service to oneself or a cause. And the next one is for people who chose here and now. Here and now, you guys, in the past life, your career, some of your career were Samaritan, monk or nun, a thief, exorcist, and a liberator. So people who were Samaritan in the past life, you guys are closely related to martyr, and you make sacrifice for those they might be least inclined to serve. You look for a continuing pattern of going out of your way to support others with no regard for whether they are family, strangers, or even enemies. Monk or nun in your past life, you guys are selfless, you guys are devoted and single-minded, dedicated to spirit. I also see that you guys are really spiritual and religious in your past life. Some of you guys were a thief. You shed light on the potential wealth within you that can never be stolen. Even though you guys are a thief in your past life, you guys still have a loving heart. Some of you guys were exorcists. You were a native or gifted to help others and free others from demon or spirits. You were able to confront evil in the form of possession by destructive or antisocial impulses in oneself and others. Other people were liberator. You guys free yourself and others from outmoded beliefs, releasing negative thoughts patterns. Chose serendipity. You guys were a hermit in your past life. Some people were beggar, femme fatale, bully, and majestic. People who were hermit in your past life, you guys were always seeking solitude to focus within your inner self, and you serve a personal creative lifestyle. You're the type of person that is always looking to find yourself within yourself and others, or just staying in a quiet place and just focusing on what you want or how you get what you want. You withdraw from society to focus on your inner life. You're devoted all energies to creative work or spiritual practice. Look for a long-standing need to retreat into yourself to marshal your powers. Those who are beggars confront empowerment at the level of physical survival, awakens the spiritual authority of humanity, compassion, and self-esteem. Some of you guys were homeless. You don't need to be starving for food to be considered a beggar. You may beg for attention, love, authority, and material objects. Like I mentioned earlier, some of you guys are homeless. You feel like you're homeless because the love was not there, or your heart just feels so homeless. Being a beggar isn't a bad thing. It just means that you love someone who show attention, or who will tell you that they want you. And it represents a symbolic test that compels you to confront self-empowerment. Maybe you have to find within yourself that you are good enough. You don't have to beg anymore. Some people in the past life, you guys were femme fatale. You guys highlights the erotic energy of the feminine, opens your heart when your dependency is rejected. So you guys were a black widow, flirt, siren, really seductive, and you guys are really enchanted. You guys were highly skillful at manipulating men, both sexually and financially, without investing personal emotion. Sometimes you add the twist of symbolically killing your own conquest. Positive about you guys. A positive aspect manifests as your heart open when the male reject you. Those male reject your manipulation and dependency, and that's when you realize that, wow, your heart finally opens. Other people were a bully. Beneath the bully lurks the coward, which the bully masks. Being a bully, you intimidate others. Maybe you were a mafia leader. Being a bully helps you confront the inner fears that bullies you. Other people were mystic. You reveals an intimate union with the divine. You follow the selfless path of practice to achieve union with the divine, or a state of enlightenment that manifests as service to others. The second to the last card is higher power, come to the edge. I sense that you guys were really spiritually gifted in your past life. Some of you guys might have came from a higher power, like sent from heaven or something like that. Some of you guys might have jumped down to earth to learn some lessons, or got reincarnated again. Some people were a queen before. You guys was once a queen, and you use your authority to protect others. As a queen, you represent power and authority in women who rule over anything from a corporation to the home. And along with that, you associated with positive ignorance and the need to protect one's personal and emotional power. Or also, it means that in your past life, you were like a really protective person. In your past life, some of you guys was once a teacher. You have the ability to communicate knowledge, experience, skills, and wisdom. Some of you guys were also like a mentor or like an instructor. This may manifest through parental guidance in business or the arts, or by inspired instruction in ethics or kindness. Ask yourself if others look at you as a teacher in any situation to impart the richness of your experience or to show them the ropes. Other people, you guys were a storyteller. You have the ability to experience and express life through stories and symbols. You guys could also be like a narrator or a librarian and an author. As a storyteller, you guys teach and talk about wisdom, foolishness, mistakes, and success, fact and fictions. You also include metaphoric level of teaching. You didn't have to be a professional writer, but a storyteller's voice and methods must be essential to your way of communicating and perceiving the world. With that, some other people were a saboteur. You guys are afraid of heights. It highlights your fear of self-empowerment and the changes it would bring to your life. You exposes fears and issues related to low self-esteem that cause you to make choices that block your own empowerment and success. But when you make an ally, you will find that it calls your attention to situations in which you're in danger of being sabotaged or of sabotaging yourself. Also, some of you guys may have been like a pilot or flew by air before or flew on an air balloon. And the last card, people that chose not for you. It seems like some of you guys are always saying no, 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 or you just don't want to do something. But I do see that you guys have a lot of luck on your side, like a lot of blessing and fortune. Some people, you guys, your past life, you guys were a guide, or like you were like a guide yourself, or somebody who guide others. You represent the nature of the divine in life and in yourself. You were a guru, sage, crone, wise woman, spiritual master, a preacher. You're a teacher of religious belief and practices, as well as the spiritual principle of seeing the divine in every aspect of life. Also, some of you guys don't have to be like a professional preacher or guru to have this type of guide or to become a guide. Other people were a prostitute in the past life. You guys have lots of challenges of surviving. You engages lessons in the sale of negotiation of your integrity or spirit based on fears of physical and material survival or for financial gain. Some of you guys in past life, you were a hedonist. You inspires creative energy to embrace the good things in life, celebrates the beauty in yourself. In the past life, some of you guys were a virgin. You guys associated with purity, and this associate and usually applied to young women. You may have been single for the rest of your past life, and you may have never have gotten married. You maintain a symbolic purity of heart and spirit,